So, how are you guys doing? Let me just check the levels here. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. I guess that's pretty good. So, yeah, welcome to the Insider's Room, a show about live wagering on sports. Live wagering. That's what this show is about. And so far, with our live wagers, we're 3-1. And we're going to try to improve to 4-1 tonight. But in just a minute, or not just a minute, but very soon, we're going to bring on Dan, the Professor Kaiser. To come in here and talk to us about a few different things. Sorry, I'm trying to, as usual, look at every single different platform at once. So yes, we're going to talk to Dan, specifically about Championship Saturday. We're going to ask him about some of the NFL as well. And we're going to ask him about some of the college basketball early on, specifically in the Big Ten Conference, and who he thinks the top 5 teams are in that conference. And then we're going to get Greg on, and we're going to do live wagering. And yeah, we're going to try to improve upon our 3-1 record. So really, that's the whole show right there. That's the whole thing. And yeah. Here we go. So who do y'all like? Who do y'all like? Because if you're on Twitch, you can, that's the only way that you can play our monthly Against the Spread contest, and that's sponsored by Jazz Sportsbooks, and they've been totally cool with us, and so far I've been really impressed with their platform. I've had a lot of fun with it, because you can live stream the actual games that you're betting on, and I also did some esports stuff on there, wagering, and that was really sweet. Come on, Mixer. Yeah, as I say, I'm checking a few different things here at once, as usual. But yeah, we're just sort of killing time and trying to build up traffic before the game starts here. And really, we're looking for a good live wager. That's what we want to do. We want to feature Jazz's live wagering platform, and that's where we think the whole market's going, and that's where we think that mainly where this show can, I don't know, that's where the full potential of this show can come, from the live wagering. There's other shows out there already doing it. They base their whole show upon their win-loss record, the success of it. It seems like, I don't know. So, Greg the Greek is coming on, but I don't see him around yet, and I'd like to get Kai's on soon. Yeah, here we go. I'm trying to like answer like so many different things here. maybe I could bring Dan in, and that would be good right now. Is Dan around? Might be a little bit early. Yeah, might be early to bring him in. So who do you all like? Who you guys all on tonight? And so I put out a poll on Twitter, on my Twitter, because of course Eli Manning is coming back on Monday night, and so I got to do that game. That'll be interesting. And so that was my poll. Who do you think will have more like statistical points this weekend? Eli Manning or Tom Brady? And the majority went with Eli Manning on my poll. Yeah, so 3-1's not bad for our live wagers to begin with, and in our last one actually it was interesting because I was going to bet the under 26.5 in the first half at one point, and Greg talked me out of it, and it landed on 27 just as it went to time ran off, of course. Have a bit of a cold, and I'm fighting through that, and getting ready to bring on Dan Kaiser. There's Shenya Leck. There's Shenya Leck in the audience, everyone. Wow. I'm just getting a lot of information. I think, what do you guys think? Who do you think the most money is on tonight? Who's on? Where is the money going? I would say, in my opinion, it's on Dallas. But am I wrong or what? So yeah, we're just killing time until I bring in Dan, and then a few minutes after that, like about halfway through the first quarter, we'll bring in Greg, and then we'll start live wagering. You get a live wager in for sure tonight. I feel it. All right, Dan. Test Snow Play. Hey, buddy. What's going on, buddy? New to this channel and to your Twitter account. Alright, I'm fine. And you? Not bad. So yeah, that's cool that you're following me on Twitter, because that's just the only way so far that you can enter the monthly Jazz Sportsbook sponsored contest. And so to find out how many chips you have, you got to type in !chips in chat, and that tells you how many chips you got. And so you just earn chips through chat, and then you can bet on the thing if you want anyways. $200 chips, there you go. Already 200. So you can bet on the game tonight already with those 200. Or you can wait a little bit, because it'll be open for most of the game for the first half, and it'll accumulate. But the commands to do that is bet, and then say you want to bet it on the Bears. It would be Bears, and then the amount. Yours would be 200. I can't, because I already bet my full amount. Or if you want Cowboys, bet Cowboys.
This is Tyler. Tyler, with Brentwood's help, is writing an email to his boss, Anita.
No, it's against the spread, this one. So the Cowboys are -3. And so I keep track. It's all I keep track, and then the winner at the end of the month with the most accumulated wins a betting account. That's Jazz Sports. So we're waiting to bring on the professor, and then we're bringing on Greg, the Greek. It's going to be awesome. Hopefully we get in a live wager. I'm pumped for that. What do you guys think about this game tonight? I think I think that there's so much money on Dallas, I think. I don't know. Big fame on the road. Yeah, well, it's an idea to do stuff on Twitch anyways. So yeah, where is the professor? Dan, I think I see him online. Are you here, Dan? Let's rock and roll. Let's talk about Championship Saturday. Let's talk about the Big Ten Championship. Let's talk about tomorrow night, Pac-12 Championship. And now Dan is offline. eye test, no play. If you're French, that's cool, man. My brother's daughter is playing professional volleyball in France right now. She's a Canadian playing professional volleyball over there. Yeah. My brother was just there. That's a good question. I'll ask. Sometimes my brother's in the chat here on Twitch. So you should come back because he's often here. His handle is at tjack or something. I think that's what it is. Yeah, no doubt. That's yeah. She's was like a junior player on Team Canada and stuff, and also used to play for the Buffaloes in Colorado for a bit. Peter's spamming stuff. Hey, Peter. Hey, Peter, you're not crying anymore? You better not be crying. Peter. Here, I'm going to give you a chicken dinner. There you go. Oh, this is what I hate about these, but hey, this is, if you want to watch, or get free music that doesn't get copyright strike against you. They're doing the Thursday Night Football on Twitch. That was funny. I was terrified after I got the ban from Twitch for a little bit. All right, Dan, are you ready to rock and roll here? There's Sir Charles Barkley. He's in the house. Hey, yo, Greg. Dan is MIA. You ready to roll? Sports I watch the most: tennis, table tennis, and then volleyball, I would say, so I would enjoy discuss with him. Ah, thanks for the follow, buddy. Oh, yeah, well, there you go. It just seems a little too hilarious that it's, I mean, my brother will think that this is just, like, almost unbelievable that some guy was interested in... Oh, here comes Dan. All right, well, let's bring in Dan first. Okay, Dan, you ready to rock and roll? Sorry, have people over. Will be on a little later. Okay, I see. No problem. Got it. So, yeah, Greg, why don't you and I take it away then? Whenever you're ready, Greg, just let me know. Maybe I have to type that too. Dan has people over, he says. So that happens. This is a very impromptu sort of show. So we'll see if Dan really does come on or not. But I'm still like trying to get over that we now have a follower from in France that's like into watching volleyball, professional volleyball and stuff. So my brother won't really believe that it's real. Okay, call him now. All right. Hey, buddy. How are you?
Hello? Hello?
How are you, buddy?
It's not working?
It's working for me. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hold on. Is that better?
Can you see me?
I can see you. Can you hear me?
Yep.
All
Gotcha,
right.
buddy. How
So
you
we're
doing?
going. We're doing it. Here we go. So here we go, Greg.
How you doing today? Are you leaning on the side? I didn't even check Discord, so I just got
I am. I'm leading on everything that I've seen. People are betting Dallas under. Would you concur, or what would you say?
I think pretty much. I haven't even looked at anything. Like, I did zero capping today. I was busy, but I could only imagine the public is like fucking 80% on the Dallas, and these primetime games have all gone under, so there's probably I know that the line moved on the under, so definitely tons of money came in on the under.
Well, I'm kind of liking the over,
44.
and I'm kind of liking the Bears. So there you go.
I'm with you. I'm trying to live bet a better number though.
But that's what. So I haven't put out any of my own wagers today, and I decided I'm just going to wait to live wager with you here.
Yeah.
So we got people here in chat from
shooters
from France.
I know Shooter posted it, so thanks to Shooter for doing
Okay.
that.
There you go. Is that thanks from shooters? Okay, I guess so. This guy's into professional volleyball over there. So, should we look at some of these other games? I don't even know what's going on here. I was going to ask Dan about a few things, but maybe the most recent thing that I could ask you about is just tomorrow night's game, the lone standalone college football game.
Yeah. Good
Yeah,
game.
the Pac-12 championship. So what's your thoughts about that?
It's a tough one. I mean, truly, because this is going to be like, obviously, both teams bringing absolutely everything. Utah is trying to make a statement for like a top 4, and Oregon the same, or at least to push as close as they can, right? So, I mean, I wonder. Yeah, they are still they're plus 20,000 still Oregon. Which means there still is technically an outside chance they can make the playoff. I don't know how, but them and Baylor. But Utah's at plus 2,500 their odds. So you have to imagine, man, that they're pretty like that line is correct. I still lean Oregon. I'm sure you do as well. But
I do actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I figured you would like the underdog there, especially with the veteran quarterback and coming off the losses that they did or whatever, the Arizona State loss. And then they didn't win. They covered the spread in the first half last week, but they didn't cover the spread on the game. So, I don't know.
Who are the experts on here tonight? Do you know?
Tell me, Matt. This is such a
every Fox expert is now also giving out picks and stuff. You know what I mean? Like the Fox Sports Bet thing.
Yeah, I know they all do it now. Even the like the sports radio stations do that shit.
Yeah,
it's crazy. But back to the game you're talking about, the Oregon Utah game.
Yeah.
I already am on. I have it worked into a couple of my parlays already on Oregon, and I also like the plus 3.5 for the first half, because I do think if Oregon is going to play them tough, they're probably going to have to get out to a lead. So, for some reason, I think that may be a better bet. Like, I can see them coming out and scoring early on. But Utah also came out flat in their last game against, I forgot who they played, some crap team that I'd probably bet on. But
Well, no.
So that's
so if Utah wins, what does that mean?
What do you mean?
If Utah wins, what does that mean?
That means depending what happens with the other games, they could make the committee have some hard decisions. So let's say I don't even know exactly what's the best case scenario for them, but I figure something with the Georgia LSU game, like if one of them gets blown out, like probably if Georgia gets blown out, and then who's ahead of them? Oklahoma. If Oklahoma loses to Baylor, then they can slide in. So like they need both of those things to happen, it looks like, which is interesting because possible, based on the line.
So Tesno plays saying, I hate being on top public bet. It's like 70-30% Cowboys Bears.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
So yeah,
I figured it'd be even more than that.
And so it's still on 3 right now, the line, as the game about to start here?
Yep. I think that... I do think that the longer we wait, we do run the risk of not being able to get the total, at least, right, in this situation. Okay?
So we want to bet the total soon?
Yeah, I mean, let's see what happens in these first couple drives, because, honestly... I want to see. There's a chance that Chicago's offense could look poor depending on their offensive line. But if Montgomery is,
it certainly looks nice out. You know what I mean? It's not like the weather is bad.
No, yeah, it definitely looks good for the over.
Yeah.
But they have to be able to run the ball. If Montgomery can't run, I don't really. It could be a chance that Dallas could win. Like. You know what I mean?
Well, here we go.
I definitely am with you, though. I'm trying to get on the boys. So I do imagine they're going to try to pound the ball because they got really criticized for not running the ball when they lost in the second half. Even Dan was talking about it. So do you have any other things going tonight?
Not really, but I had been looking earlier at the over in the Denver-New York NBA game. And they had 60 in the first quarter. They have 28 so far in the second. And also, I had thought I'd looked at North Texas in that Oklahoma. Right now, North Texas is leading Oklahoma, a 6.5-point dog at home. North Texas has an awesome defense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that. They picked up the third down there.
Yeah, that's what I mean, dude. I wouldn't surprise me if they came out here on this first drive and put up a touchdown, which means we'd lose our our opportunity to get that over at a good number. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, what do you think? You can get the Bears plus 3.5 right now, and you can get the over at 42.5. I think I might want to wait on the Bears, but see.
Yeah, 42 and a half and what?
No.
3.5?
Actually, I'm down to 41 and a half now. Yeah. Wow. Damn. Did you bet any hockey today?
No. And what's going on in that? Wow,
Blackhawks
Colorado
winning
beating
2-0.
Montreal 3-0.
Blackhawks
Chicago.
winning 2-0. I feel like
Wow. Yeah, there's some
Hold on.
upsets there for sure in the NHL. Wow, Zeke is running.
yeah, I do think he's gonna have a probably 100-yard game. Damn. Should have took that 41 and a half, maybe. I feel like 41 and a half is a pretty good number. What do you think?
I still only have 42 and a half.
No, definitely 42 and a half because it went. Yeah, I'm probably going to be placing a live player prop on Ezekiel here, but I'm so like what you just so people know that are watching, what you do is when you like a player like in this situation.
Hey, Greg, I'm going to put you on the full screen here for 1 second.
Yeah,
Just because I have to step out for just 1 second, okay?
do your thing. I
All
got
right,
it.
okay.
So what I like to do in those situations is basically wait until their drive is over, and then try to play it on the other side and see if the Bears can get like a nice extended drive for like a field goal for 5 minutes. And then at some point when I start seeing the drive downturning, I will go on the wager then, and you'll get a much better number. It will, as the time decreases and the other team's holding the ball, you'll consistently get more yards in your favor on any player prop like that. So, I mean, otherwise you got a really crappy number and you won't win. But he's going to have a big game. You can tell already. For sure. And we were eyeing this over, but honestly, it's looking like we're going to miss the boat on this one. But once he comes back, we'll talk about maybe going with one on a third down where the number goes down, maybe when they're coming in for the field goal. Because if they hold him to a field goal, it'll be big for sure. Look at this, running again with Zeke. Ridiculous. You can tell. So Zeke's off to a really fast start here. They've probably rushed like on a 2-to-1 ratio, rushed the pass so far. And he's one of those few running backs in the league that is actually a workhorse. Like they get Pollard like some carries, but not many. Yep.
All right,
So-
sorry.
We're hoping that this holds here. This, well, one way or another, we're going to get a good benefit here because either they're going to go in and score, which will be a good, like, 6.5, 7 number for the Bears, or it's going to be a situation where they hold them and we can target the over.
Well, it's already a lot of time, already off the clock.
Yeah, this is perfect. So, the line actually snuck up to like 4.5, 5 there for the Bears, which would have been pretty good actually, because it looks like they might hold them here to a field goal.
Well, as I say, maybe in a year I'll have access to your player props
Yeah,
and
dude,
stuff like
that's
that. You know what I mean? That'll be way sweeter.
it's a game changer.
Yeah.
Dude, did you see the parlays that I am able to do with my book for futures?
No.
You didn't?
No.
Oh my gosh, dude! Wait until I'm gonna post all these in your Discord.
Cool.
You're gonna laugh. You're gonna laugh. So basically, what I've been doing is like, you know how like I'll have like, I'll like have like a teams lined up in like a winning parlay already, and then I'm trying to hedge on it,
Mm-hmm.
right? So what I do is I take like that team once it's looking really good, maybe, and I'll play the other side at like a big point spread, right, for them to come back.
Right.
And I'll pair that with like another team that I like for that particular night, and then I'll pair it with the future for like a team that I know that is undervalued in the futures market for the NCAA tournament, right? Okay. What it does is it multiplies it like crazy, and so like I'm placing $5 hedge bets, right?
Right.
To win like hundreds. Okay.
I see.
On particular teams. Now, I don't really intend on like keeping them. What happens is I'm picking like I know which teams to target. So what happens is like at what numbers is like as the year goes on, you get closer to the tournament, and then once the tournament starts, a lot of people place money on those teams, and it draws the number down. And then with the cash out option that you get, like you basically can profit like a shitload off of using the strategy.
Right.
So I was trying to explain it to people because it's like a little bit complicated, but it's super.
No, I love the whole
radar.
live wagering aspect of it, and I just can't wait till it's more universal and
I'll give a good
definitely
example.
you know
like
on your app, you can imagine being wherever you are watching the game at the game, even
Well, I think it's so crazy that like there's like because what the live market does is it enables this cash out feature, right? And that cash out feature really is kind of like the equivalent of making sports betting like buying stocks, if that makes sense. Right? Because you're basically going through your book who's the trader, right? That doesn't care because they're cashing you out and they're getting like a certain percentage that's hedging their risk, right? So they're basically like that's like your financial institution, right? And like you're in a market basically. And it's so crazy. Like I placed the bet on Ohio State, right? $15 to make it to the Final Four plus 900. Okay. Like a couple days ago, right? So they beat North Carolina. So now I could.
Where was that at a neutral court?
No, I think that was because I think they started now the home games. I'll tell you in a second, but that basically now I doubled my money. I could cash it out already. Isn't that like? That's so crazy because like if you actually had like a serious amount of money in your bankroll, you could like essentially just play. You don't really even have to play for outcomes,
right?
You can just play like the long term like strategy, which is cool.
So what's going on here? There just has been no scoring. There was a long commercial break there.
That game was at North Carolina, actually. Surprisingly, bitch slapped them. Dan's probably upset about his Michigan State. They got their asses whipped. Yeah, they got their asses whipped by Duke. I mean,
so look at Denver laying the hammer down in New York, in the first half. And going over in the first half for sure. It's 108. 65-43. Denver has scored over 32 points in each quarter. I just can't believe people don't
if
want
they
to go
stop
to
in
New
here, it's
York
good.
and play in New York. I just don't understand why.
Because it's like a lot of bullshit.
Still.
Damn, dude,
Nice.
we missed our chance there.
So where is the live line now? Where are we? Come on.
Because I actually
Nothing.
I
There's
have
nothing.
I have two parlays, right?
Uh-huh.
Three actually that have the Cowboys.
So
So,
you
I'm
guys,
trying
Greg
to-
is in Jersey right now, New Jersey. So he's like at the front line of the new whole gambling scene. Here's Dak. He's going in. Oh, no
Yeah,
good. Boom.
Degenerates.
Got stood up.
It's just a bunch of degenerates, basically, and people that just trying to get their gambling, and so they, paid someone off to make it legal.
Live wagering is a lot of fun though, and like the potential for hedging and
Yeah, it's super hard to do though. It really is. Like, you have to really understand it. Up. TD. Surprisingly, that was a long drive though. You know? And you said you did not go on anyone yet, right?
I have not. So I'm ready
So
to
we're
do
looking.
whatever.
We're looking. I mean, I really want to get the 7.5 with the Bears. It'd be so good here in this type of game with a low total.
So they're gonna go to break.
Yep.
And what do you think? So I got 7. I have 7.
You do.
Yeah, 7.
How much juice on that?
Yeah, minus 125.
Yeah, I mean, not ideal, but I mean that's a good.
All right, we want to take something, right? You're gonna try to take it.
You're gonna
I
take
have to
it?
log in though. I think. Oh no, hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna try to take it.
How many people? You're getting some people.
I think I got it. So I did. I live wagered that. Yeah, live wager Bears. All right, I'll put that in the Discord. Just give me 2 seconds here. Gotta say, I love this the new Windows piece laptop I have here. Alright, hold on. So yeah, we took something.
Yeah, it's not a
good bet.
It's not a bad one. I could live with that. I know a lot of people that were already on the Bears at +3 and +3.5. So,
Yeah.
Like you got a better number than everyone. That
No, good call. Good call.
Bears got the ball at half. No, you do have to. You can't ever be happy about betting on Mitch Trubisky. That's for sure. Can't ever feel too confident with him.
All right, there it is. We've got the 3-1 record on the line here.
Oh shit! Yeah, we avoided that loss last week. That was big.
Yeah,
That was
I
big
couldn't believe that
loss.
because we went off at just at the 2-minute mark.
We
We're
gotta
totally
stay
rolling
positive,
and
man.
everything
We gotta
was
stay
cool.
hot.
and-
We can't be giving away.
Yeah, we can't. We got to go to the
Giving away
final
losses.
whistle, because that kind of stuff happens like every game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, if you think that 2 hours is long, you should see what 4 hours is like streaming. That's long, man.
Yeah. It is a long time.
But anyways, Yeah, so there's a wager. So what else do you guys think we should put in?
I don't know, man. If they take a while in this drive, we could target the over. I think they're actually going to be able to move the ball. That was a really good return, too.
So, yeah, what do you think about the Big Ten championship game?
Who do you like?
Well, college is not my forte, but when I'm
It's
looking
not-
at the
it's not
early
mine
lines,
I'm not that great at it either. I'm much better at college basketball.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that.
for sure.
And what conference is your forte?
I mean, I watch a lot of the conferences. I'm not too familiar with a lot of the West Coast stuff as much,
Uh-huh.
but I watch like all the good conferences like the Big Ten, the ACC, all of them.
Right.
There's no so like college basketball is there's too many teams, obviously, right? So like what you do, or what I do at least, is
Come on, Trubisky. There you go.
yeah, there you go, baby.
Nice work. It's looking fast.
What you do is you think Trubisky can lead this team down the field here?
Well, I'm sure hoping. Come on, Trubisky. That's all you can do. Guess we'll see. Oh, it was a high snap, too. And they still got something out of it. A couple of yards. Could have been ruinous there, but it was Trubisky that snagged it. I don't know. It could be a big night for Trubisky.
Yeah, but sorry, about the college basketball. Like, so what I do is I just like try to learn my teams as the season goes along, like 2-3 a week, 3-4 a week, and just like pay attention very closely to certain teams, like as the year goes along.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's how you build, traction in that, and then like you learn the identity as a teams, and like especially when you watch year over year, because you already know like what people's expectations of them are based on the players that they have, and then if they're kind of being overrated or underrated based on how they're playing. That's really big. So like once you can watch like a sport like that 2 years in a row, you kind of gain a big edge because you gain familiarity with the players.
Okay, so in your equation, when you're handicapping players, is a big part of your whole formula when you formulate your pick.
It is when it comes to like the eye test, you know what I mean? Because like, you can see how certain players just have like the ability to light up a game. So like, it makes like betting like certain unders impossible, or certain things like that.
Right.
And like you see how they play with the talent that they have, like that sort of thing. You can see when players are super underrated too, because you have these freshmen, you have these really young players coming in, right? And they're only there for a year, and like they're making huge impacts. Yeah. So like it's very different compared to other things.
Yeah, look at Washington.
Yeah, we should have went on that over at 41.
The Wizards.
You know that?
The over?
We should have at 41.
Oh, right. Well,
but it's too late,
I'm happy with right now getting the Bears at +7.
It's too late now because Trubisky's too good.
Come on, Trubisky. Nice little dump off there. Keep him honest.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta keep the pressure off Trubisky. He needs all the help he can get. He's terrible.
He has been, but he was decent last year. He doesn't have a lot
He
of help.
was, right?
Doesn't have a lot of help. Do you think he's got an
Okay.
awesome line around him?
No, I don't
Do
actually.
you think he's
You're-
got
you're
awesome
correct.
running backs around him?
But like, do you think if he was on the Dallas, the Dallas Cowboys would be like super good?
No. I guess the
That
Bears.
kind of looked like a pick.
I guess the Bears were made for him.
What did you think?
Well,
I thought I
I
got
didn't
it.
see it at all, so I'll have to rely on.
Let's see that. One. Did he drag it? Yup. Picked. Alright, guys.
Oh man.
You know what just happened? Line went from 3.5 to 6.5. Bam.
So what did the Bears line went from?
3.5 to 6.5. Right after the replay showed. Not even like.
Yeah, I think he has it.
So that so
Very
basically,
interesting stuff, eh?
this is what we kind of have to hope for, right? Dallas gets the ball.
Mm,
They drive,
yeah.
right, and kill clock, and then punt, and basically that we'll get the over under at like 37.5 or 30, something like that. You can target the over. I definitely like the over in a game where this got bet down from. It opened at 44, and I got bet down to 42.5. Yeah, so I mean, do you like any of the other college football games this weekend?
I could probably talk better about the NFL games. So
Oh, yeah,
why don't
let's talk
we?
about those.
That's a good idea. Sorry, I was just
If
trying
Dan-
to
if
look
Dan
at a few
comes
different
on,
things
we'll
at the
ask
same
him.
time there.
Okay.
But how about we look at the biggest one that jumps out at me right away? Baltimore at Buffalo.
Oh yeah, right there at the top of the screen. I mean, Buffalo, they've been good, huh? I think the Buffalo's gonna get a taste of what the best team in the NFL is. Actually, I do actually think that when Lamar Jackson plays well, that they are the best team. Only because he's just a little too dynamic right now
Uh-huh.
for anyone to stop.
So you like
they could-
Baltimore?
Now that's a different question because
They're minus six
That's-
and a half in some
that-
places.
oh my god, yeah, it should open -5, so like 4.5. So like you
Yeah.
kind of lost your value there.
Yeah.
Which is never good long term to be doing that, to be honest, but I don't know. You could always live bet some shit like that if they go down.
Yeah.
Kind of like we did here, but you knew they were going to give him that call. Jerry Jones would have died if they didn't. Look how happy Jason Garrett is. Look at that.
Finally. Finally, one's going our way.
He knows. He's like, we're going to win.
Unless they get smashed here.
He didn't get much. Could you guess what the over-under is on Zeke's rushing prop right now? I'll tell you how many yards he has right now. 33, I think.
So maybe 90, 99.
You're pretty good. I think it's 101.5.
Ah,
It's a little too high. even though he probably will break that. Ooh, what do you think they do here on third down?
I think they're gonna throw a pick six. Woo! Pick six.
Dak.
I don't know. I would say they're gonna have to go conservative and not. Maybe they're gonna try to. They're gonna try to pick up the.
Oh, they're passing. They're definitely passing. It was empty.
Yeah, look.
I never liked
everybody
that. I
spread
never
out.
liked that.
The whole thing's spread out.
That's why I never liked that.
Oh man, it was almost picked off. Man, that was my call. That would have been plus 500 right there on that call. Come on.
That would have been more than that. That was 2,000.
Man, that was close. Well, the Bears are getting it back in good position. I don't know about this over, though.
Yeah.
You still like the over? I still kind of like the over, too. If we can get it low. So if I can bet the over, see if we can get 2 bets going. All right. We're getting it back right around the 50. Did you have any wagers going on this one before it started?
No, like I said before, I had the boys already and 2 parlays where I already have 3 legs.
Oh, okay. So you have the boys
picked up. Yeah, so like it's.
All right. Well, I got the Bears.
I'm doing like a hedge by betting the Bears. I kind of want to target this over, actually. Let's think about it, right? I mean, we can wait till the quarter's over, actually. They'll probably run it here. But if you think about it, right?
Uh-huh.
This game should break over 40 points, right? 42.
Wow.
I'm thinking like 24-20, something like that. This game is going to be.
Nice run.
Yeah, that's the guy I would.
All right, so let's check out what it's going to be here, because we're going into the big main break here. So we're halfway through the show, even more than halfway through, really.
Yeah. So
first quarter is over.
What was that? 41.5. I think there's value.
41.5.
I just like. I really would like 40.5 or like 39.5 more, but 41.5 I feel like is still good because there's a chance that. Do you think Dallas, or it all comes down to if you think Chicago's gonna score on this drive, if Dallas can stop them or not. So
I don't have a option for the total, just the. Oh, here we go. 40.5. 40.5.
This is such an important game for Dallas, though, man. I can't.
20.5 in the first half, so it's 6.5. I can get the Bears. I already have +7. Over under 20.5 in the first half. Should I go over? 20.5 is 21.
Yeah, I would just go for the game 40.5.
Over 40.5?
How much big?
Yeah, it's steep. It's -130.
Yeah, that's super steep, but.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You like it?
You can't get alternate, can you?
No. Well, maybe I'll do a half unit on this one. All right? Here we go.
All right. Yeah, I think that's good because what do you think the score at half is going to be? Let me ask you that question.
Well, I got over 40.5 -125.
Okay.
Here, I'll put that on.
I think it's good. It's good. Lock it. Because We have Chicago, right?
All right, over 40.5.
Oh, baby. Trubisky's got to score here. I think that the Bears have a little confidence that they can beat the Cowboys just because everyone's beating the Cowboys.
Oh,
That's not good for the over-under. Big third down here.
yeah, jeez. Already a third down. Oh, that looked like a jump for sure. Free play. So it's going to be 5 yards and...
Yeah, Trubisky can't take advantage of that, though. That's terrible. Terrible. Yeah, so... I don't know if there's any other games you want to talk about on the NFL slate, but there's a couple other good ones.
Okay, so we talked about the Baltimore-Buffalo one.
How about the
San Francisco, New Orleans.
Yeah. What do you think about that one? Got any early leans?
I guess I gotta lean to the home side under a field goal. Yeah, San Francisco's been great, but yeah, this is a tough environment. This is Drew Brees' house, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I like New Orleans here. In Cincinnati and Cleveland, I don't know if I trust Cleveland with anything.
Yeah, I mean, I think 49ers. That's a touchdown. Oh, got to the 8-yard line. Not bad.
Nice.
We're looking good on this.
Come on, baby.
We're looking pretty genius now.
Let's get this baby in here. So we're going to hold that Madden tournament here for charity tournament before the Super Bowl, Greg. And so we'll have a big Super Bowl thing. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Don't you
That's
think?
going to be cool.
Super Bowl will be fun. I mean, it'll be non-stop, crazy wagers going on everywhere.
I do, that's for sure.
Oh, big run.
My best bet on the Super Bowl was a $5 wager I made on Julian Edelman to win Super Bowl MVP at like 500 to 1 or something.
Well, how about Seattle at the Rams on Sunday night? But then also New York at Philadelphia.
I like everyone's gonna that's such a big game for the Rams. Everyone's gonna expect the Rams to play well. But my expectation, nice.
Here we go.
Trubisky. True.
All right. Well, getting it so quickly there in the start of the second was obviously crucial. So now it's like
I think we pretty much got the right where we wanted to get with the over and also with the Bears as well.
No doubt.
This extra point's no guarantee with their shitty kicking ability on this team.
Yeah, that's sweet, man.
Yep. It's nice it's nice getting points in a game that has a really low total and also being on the over. That is at like a bargain number, if that makes sense, because what happens is like you don't mind if like Dallas goes down and scores really because it helps your one bet, right? And like you still have that chance of the backdoor cover regardless. So it's kind of nice. There's a lot of different ways that these two coinciding bets win.
Yeah, there's a lot of upsets in the NHL, that's for sure, it looks like.
What about the
Look at that, Minnesota is leading Tampa Bay. New York Rangers leading Columbus. Colorado, well, I guess that's not so much an upset.
That's not an upset.
But Chicago beating Boston. Good. Arizona beating Philly.
They've been winning. I've been noticing them winning a lot of games. Colorado.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a bunch of wagers in on the futures on the college basketball.
So, Sir Charles Barkley, can I put you back on the big screen for 1 sec?
Charles Barkley, yeah, go ahead.
Thanks, brother. And then I'll be back to finish off the first half. Dan obviously got called away. So, yeah, anyways, I've been having a great time with you, and the two wagers we put in, I'm really confident about, or I feel good about at this moment, anyways. Just like I felt good about in the last one, remember? You know, just before half. Anyways, here I'm gonna throw to you, and I know what you could talk about. How about talk about? I know what a good one to talk about. The Monday night game.
The Monday night game.
Eli Manning is coming back
against the shitty Giants. Eli Manning coming back. I'll tell you right now, a lot of sharps have bet this number at +10. Giants. That's why you really will only see. However, you gotta say, Eagles are gonna probably show up for this game, knowing what little the Giants have to play for. Now, I don't know. I just gotta imagine the competitive spirit of the Eagles at home on Monday night to overmatch the Giants, but 9.5 is a big number. Big number. Big number. A lot of different ways that could come to that, so we'll see. Personally, I won't be playing it. Yeah, but I really am interested in this other game, the rematch from last year, which Mahomes lost in a primetime game. The Patriots playing home against the Andy Reid Chiefs. And that matchup should be really good. Definitely a competitive matchup, that's for sure. Yeah, and get a hold here, it will be pretty big for the Bears. The Bears.
looking here.
Wow. That was almost an amazing.
Oh,
on Thursday.
man. All right. We're going to get this back in some
Let's see.
decent
Was this
position.
do you think this was a good throw?
So moving forward, Greg, I'm going to get the show like cleaned up a little bit so that the Discord box isn't showing, and someone here is trying to get a hold of us here.
Who's that?
Oh, it could be Dan. I'm here if you want me. We want you, buddy. Of course we want you in here.
Yeah, bring him in. I want to ask him about the college football at least.
Yeah. So
we still got 11 minutes.
yeah, let's bring him in. So let's leave the call and then we'll come back. Hey,
Hey,
Yo, how you guys doing?
good man. Hey, buddy.
Welcome.
There he is.
how you guys doing?
Good,
You
good.
good? Very
So,
good.
Dan, what do you got to say about this
Yeah,
game
yeah,
tonight so far?
Yeah, Dan, you got anything? What were your pregame thoughts?
Pre-game thoughts were Dallas on the under.
Okay. I don't
And
know.
I-
No one can hate that. That's where most of the steam was.
Yeah, well, no, I Dallas was my play at covers, and I didn't do anything. I didn't post anything, but no, I like the under.
Yeah, well, we kind of are playing the opposite. So we got the Bears at +7, and the over. He got 40.5, which is a pretty good
live.
number.
Live.
Yeah, live.
Okay.
So we just did live stuff. So we went for the value that way.
Yeah.
So it's seven,
Yeah.
7.
Yeah,
Looking
sorry I wasn't on earlier, but I had some like family friends that came down, and I just had to like take care of some things, but.
No worries. Of course.
big
We
deal.
just rolled with the punches and it was decent enough. But yeah, I did wanted to talk to you about your thoughts on Championship Saturday, mainly. And so, in the previous show on Monday, we did talk a little bit about the Big Ten Championship, but now that we've had a couple more days to digest and the whole thing, so what do you think about Saturday?
To be honest, man, I think, and I didn't realize it. But I think tomorrow's going to be the big day. I think tomorrow's going to be a really big game.
So
That's gonna make a lot of difference. Oregon, Utah.
So
Yeah,
if,
no,
if,
we're
so if
talking
Utah
about it.
wins, what does that mean?
Because if Utah wins,
And Oklahoma loses.
yeah, no, but my thing is, if Utah wins close, then I see that's Oklahoma's chance or Baylor's chance to win big,
That's true.
and they're gonna have to win big.
Yeah, but what happens if Utah wins big and then Oklahoma doesn't look good and then Georgia loses?
Well, I think Utah's in, or no, but I think Utah should be in.
You think?
Yeah,
Nice, Ron.
but
So
they're,
that's telling me a lot. That tells me you probably like Utah to cover.
But there has been this national push the last 2 or 3 days that I listen to a lot of different through Radio XM and Sirius XM. I listen to a lot of different sports stations from all over, and it just seems like even just the national media is somehow trying to push Oklahoma no matter what Utah does, and I just don't see it. I think if Utah wins, and not. I think if Utah wins a close game, they should be in. But if Utah wins big, I just don't see how you can keep them out unless Georgia beats LSU.
So
That makes sense.
do you think Georgia is underrated? I've heard a lot of people thinking that.
No, I don't think they're underrated at all. They're sitting at number 4, and they lost a very bad game to South Carolina.
Okay, so wait. if you had to say right now who the Final Four are going to be in the playoff, who would you say? Who do you think is going to make it? End of the day, who's the committee going to pick?
If Utah wins and Georgia loses, Utah.
Okay.
And to be honest, that's who I listen. That's who I know. Oklahoma is like. This is my thing. It's like national media. Oh, Oklahoma, all their offense.
They like him because he's a good story with what's his name, Hurts. That's why. But
they
and it's
know
Oklahoma.
But
that's the real reason, because it's the story with Hurts, because he left. You know.
Yeah, but I think they like him because they like offense. We're like I remember growing up loving defense. You know, I always when I was growing up, there's always defense. You know, defense. There's always defense. You know, the Bears.
Yeah, defense wins championships.
Huh?
Defense wins championships. That used to be the same.
That's the old adage.
That's
the old adage. And I think it pertains more to the gridiron than the hardwood.
Yeah, but I hear the thing now. Well, Oklahoma has this dynamic offense, and Utah's offense is basically like, you know, old Big Ten offense, run the ball. But you know what?
Whew.
Utah has a top 5.
Oh, there's a flag coming in late. Face mask? Yeah, it's a face mask too.
Just so you know, we're looking really good right now because they'll have to pick up the pace.
I'd much rather
Come
see
on, Bears. Go, touchdown. Come on.
I'd much rather see Utah play a LSU or an Ohio State because of their defense than Oklahoma.
Dude, there's a chance Oregon's gonna beat them, though. I think.
Well, no, I'm not. Yeah, there is a chance.
Yeah.
And then you will see Oklahoma or Baylor, and you'll see them get blown out by
They called
LSU
that holding? They called that block in the back? Damn. Got him. He didn't even need to do that. Yeah, I think that, there's no telling, obviously, what's going to happen in the game tomorrow. I can't wait for it, honestly. I'm I like the points in that type of game. Because there's a lot of different ways that Oregon could backdoor into it.
No, I'm not disagreeing. I haven't made a play. I haven't made a play with that.
So there we go. They're going to kick a field goal
Oregon 3.5 plus 3.5 first half. Because if they're going to win, it's going to be 14. They're going to be up 10 or a touchdown that first half, probably.
Le Boo, Montreal, Le Boo. They've got a goal. It's 3-2 now. Come on, Montreal.
Pinheiro all smiles.
So, what do you think about North Texas still beating Oklahoma? North Texas, the Mean Green. They got a killer defense. They're still beating Oklahoma right now.
Yeah, that was a bullshit call. I agree.
Look at that. New Orleans had was the favorite in that game. They're losing. So what's going on
What
here?
about some of these other games?
Yeah, the Denver-New York game. I like the over in that one. I didn't play that, but I really did like the over. It was only like 201.5 when it first opened.
What about the NFL games this weekend? Ravens, Bills. Any feelings on that, Dan?
Yeah. Ravens?
Yeah, see, I don't know. I've been always following the same thing. I just seem to be riding teams, and and I'm just not off the Ravens bandwagon yet. I mean,
Oh, here's William Burns.
I know the Bills have a good defense, but
Bonjour.
But
William Burns is bet.
but their offense is still, it's good, but it's still not. It's not.
William
It's
has
not-
bet
it's
the
not
money on the
outstanding.
Cowboys.
Yeah. What about the Kansas City Chiefs playing the Patriots? I'm so interested in it. I have to watch that game.
I like the Chiefs. I totally like the Chiefs because I don't like. Well, it's hard to say that you don't like Brady and you don't like, but I just think that the talent around Mahomes and Mahomes himself and everything about the Chiefs is better. Except maybe the defense a little bit, but just that's the only thing.
It's easy for me to say I don't like Brady because I haven't liked him since he went to Michigan. So it's easy for me to say that, but no, I just put.
I don't know. I don't know if I don't hate Brady, but he's just boring.
The thing is,
and not
this is
that
such
cool
a revenge game.
Yeah.
This is such a revenge game for the Chiefs. Like they got.
When I think of ultimate athletes in NFL history, it's not Tom Brady.
But like the
even
Chiefs
like the coolest quarterbacks, I don't think of Tom Brady personally.
Two times last year, and it cost them their season.
Listen, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying they got completely screwed, and it actually came down to ref calls in both games.
Yeah, here's the thing. I'm not 100% sold on. I wish Kansas City had a little bit better defense.
Yeah, their defense is so
questionable. But here's the thing, though. I think because I don't think Brady this year
can score
based on weapons and whatever. And I get tired of now excuses for him. But he's not playing. He's not the same Brady. He's not.
He's not.
So, I'm liking Kansas City.
But he's never going to be the same Brady.
Yeah,
he's going to keep evolving. But he's using the same breeze. The same breeze just keeps going on and on. He's like the Energizer Bunny.
Though.
The same
like,
breeze.
He's always been like a machine. Like, always.
Yeah.
He's not the same machine as he used to be.
Yeah, he's not the same. I mean, he's throwing balls on the ground. And I've heard things on I think it was Stephen A. Smith. Well, yeah, he's throwing the ball on the ground because he doesn't have the same wide receivers. No, he's throwing the ball on the ground because he is.
Yeah, he's not playing like, some of these other guys are playing.
So, I know. I think age is catching up to him. And listen.
Look at this huge gainer. Massive gainer.
I was so close to getting my wager into, and I didn't. At 86 yards. Oh, well, I lost my chance on that one.
So I think we got a couple good wagers in anyways, I thought.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, there's still half this quarter left.
Yeah, well, it's a good thing we didn't put. It's good that we didn't put the one in last week that you wanted.
It's very true, and we talked a lot about that already, and that we have to make sure we go all the way to the end, moving forward. Yeah.
Yep, but we're looking good here.
Yeah, no doubt, and I've brought that up a few times that I'm.
No, I know, man. I just.
Yeah.
I haven't been, but no. But
no doubt. I mean, totally, man.
I mean, it was kind of like signed off thinking that one could have, should have won it, and it's good, man.
Yeah, that could have went either way. So I was telling Nick before about the futures I've been doing for
Right.
college basketball.
Yeah.
So like my book enables me to parlay futures. So like I've been like on hedges that I already have. I would like live bet a really good number that is a hedge bet anyway, and I'll like pair it with a future and get like a ridiculous number. And like half of these futures I've already bet have moved like considerably, like Arizona, Ohio State, like a bunch of them. Wow.
Threw it at his feet. Now he's got to kick a field goal. Now it's 10-10. Now the Bears can come down and get a nice little
coaching,
touchdown here before the end of the half. Let's do it.
How does he like, dude? You
Yeah,
run. How can you run that fast and not look for the ball? Like,
Yeah.
As an eligible receiver, like that's so funny. He's been struggling, so
Missed
1
it.
for 6 from 40
Yep.
plus yards.
missed it. I told you.
Wow.
He's been struggling. He's been struggling. Well, that doesn't bode well for either of our. For the Chicago one does, but it doesn't bode well for our other
All
one.
right, we're going to come down and get a touchdown here. There we go.
That'd be nice.
There we go. So yeah, I was saying, moving forward, I'm going to get like, so we can have a bigger, you know, a crisper sort of screen and look and everything, and you guys could have your own windows, and it'll look better moving forward at some point soon. We're still testing. We're always testing.
Yeah, it's testing.
Yeah. But hey,
Hey,
we're
mate,
doing
what's
good.
up?
I would like to hit both of these wagers tonight. Wouldn't that be sweet?
Hey, we're the underground.
Yeah.
We can't be perfect yet.
Nope. Wow, 61 points again. Denver and New York put up in the third quarter. They already have 176 points, and the over/under was 201.
Yeah, the fucking Cowboys don't look good.
Look at that. The Mean Green laying the hammer down on North Texas. Or on Oklahoma.
The Mean Green.
Yeah.
Oh,
Montreal, come on. Gotta tie that up. Columbus has almost come back.
who do you like in the LSU Georgia matchup?
Or what about the total in that one, too?
It's been actually bet up, it looks like, on the over. I think it opened at, what did it open at? 54.5? 55? But
Come on, Chicago.
I
guess my only thoughts on that game would be what's Georgia gonna do in the first half without their two best wide receivers?
yeah, I mean, you got to think the under, because like I feel like they're gonna let Georgia hang around in that game to a degree. What the hell is this? That's grounding, no? No.
I mean that's my only thing with Georgia is, you know, and I haven't heard about their number one. Was it Granger? I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything about him playing or not playing. But if he's not playing, well, he's out the whole game, and their number two wide receiver's out for the first half. You know, and unless then they're gonna have to rely on the running game. You know, and
Yeah.
LSU's offense is not, I wouldn't say is top notch. But I mean from Fromm is not. Everybody's talking about Jake Fromm as being, maybe a Heisman candidate or whatever. He just hasn't had a great season passing the ball, and losing his top two receivers for at least a half.
He's gonna be screwed. Yeah, he's horrible. I don't like him that much, and I think that the LSU defense is pretty good. The question to me is, I want to know if Georgia can stop the run of LSU, because no one has actually been able to stop their running game, and that's like, now everyone's talking about Burrow because he's putting up amazing numbers, but it's also like a product of the whole team, which includes their running game.
Right. Okay. Yep.
So I mean, dude, I don't know the name of that guy that they have that's the running back, but he's ridiculously talented. I'm sure he's going to go to the NFL too. Yeah, that's what it seems to be the trend with the top tier teams, at least. Like they have look at the Ohio State, they have the same thing, right? They got a Heisman candidate at quarterback and running back.
Yep.
And they're even saying defensive end.
Hey, oh yeah,
So,
yeah, they got like
come on.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you think about Ohio State college basketball?
They're fucking good. Underrated. But they'll obviously get rated well once everyone sees them winning a lot of games.
Well, but I don't know. They are ranked 6th, right?
Well, they are now, I think. I think that they moved up now.
Well, no, they were 6th going into the North Carolina game.
Still ranked 6th. Well, I can tell you this. I got their future on their futures. I've already doubled my money on my cash out because of how much the line has moved since I placed it 2 days ago. Yeah. So obviously they're catching some steam now, but they're good because they can actually hang with the big good teams down low, and they have good shooters.
Speaking of good shooters,
Yeah,
you know who's a good
listen,
shooter?
but
Shooter McGavin.
I like them. There's a few teams that I like in college basketball this year, as of right now, that I've seen. I haven't seen all the teams yet, but Maryland looks pretty good. Not like I want to see them against better competition before I really make good judgment. Louisville, obviously.
Oh, big flag. Encroachment.
Arizona.
Five-yard penalty. First down.
Is that Bennett?
yeah, I don't know what the new odds are on State, but if they keep dropping, I'd take
Michigan
them.
State? Yeah.
Because here's the
'Cause
thing.
when you figure when they get healthy and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. They were ranked number 1 to start the season, with the impression that Langford was going to be playing. He's not coming back to January. So I'd almost like to see him lose a couple more games. And
I'll tell you. Hold on. Yeah, it went from, I think it was 900 or 1,000. Now it's 1,100. So it's moved a little bit, but still not
But no, I know to start the season they're like odds-on favorite.
Look at Houston's up on Toronto, like every team is, and then Toronto comes back right at the end to win.
Duke moved up a lot too.
Yeah, but
They're the other team.
Look at
They moved
Denver.
up a lot.
14
Duke
points
and
is scored
Maryland.
in 3 minutes in the fourth quarter.
If Langford comes back and he's what he was last year, I mean that's going to really help. And so far they haven't got anything out of Aaron Henry, and that's what they need. So I'm not going to sit here and say
Look at that. Boston's come
At the
back all
beginning
the way
of the year,
in
that they're
Chicago,
gonna win it.
Boston.
I think but it's always an Izzo team come March. They're going to be there.
Yeah, I mean, Cassius Winston, I know he's an All-American and all that, but he doesn't have the sheer athletic ability that some of these other top-tier teams have. And you see it sometimes. That's why he's getting blocked from behind multiple times in a game. But yeah, he needs all his weapons, kind of, I think, to be the full player he can be, too. Because it keeps the team, honest, because they're worried about the three and all that, And then you can drive a lot easier and create.
So we're coming down to the final moments again of this game. Last time I'm like, let's cut it short here, I think, is where I cut it short.
You did.
Yeah, but now we're gonna
How about the Bruins?
Go to
Bruins
the end.
coming back 3-0. It's 3-3.
But I tell you this about Ohio State with Caleb Wesson. Caleb Wesson's a decent player, but he has games where, and hopefully this should be different. But he'll have games where he's on the bench halfway through the first quarter because he picks up stupid fouls.
Big run! Wow.
And last night's game, I watched a little bit of it, but he picked up two offensive fouls on back-to-back plays.
What do you think about Minnesota just beating Tampa Bay? Oh, that was hurting. The most lamest play of all time there.
That was horrible. That was
I can't believe you couldn't pick that up.
We
tried not to pick it up.
We do not trust Trubisky, is what that was saying. They're going to kill the clock here. And it looks like Dallas is afraid, so they're not going to call timeout. They're going to get criticized for not calling timeout here. Someone from the defense has to step up there.
So what do you think is going to happen? Points or they're going to mess up? It's going to be a touchdown or a field goal?
Pinheiro points, to be specific. Field goal. For sure.
All right. Well, we're going to go to the end of the first quarter or the second quarter for sure.
Yeah, we're closing in.
So, Greg, you did another great job tonight, man.
Thanks.
All the way from New Jersey.
It was a good show.
I really appreciate this, and it's been a lot of fun, and I think it's going to open up a lot more stuff. And Dan, thank you for coming on late. And
yeah, I'm very sorry about that. Sorry.
No worries. So so Monday's game is going to be a hilarious one.
Are you guys going to be watching tomorrow's game?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'll let you guys know if I have any. If I'm leaning on anything with live wagering, I'll be trying to pick your brains as well.
Game. Monday is the Manning Bowl.
Oh, the look ahead.
The Manning Bowl. And so I posed that question: Who would put down more, have a better statistical day, Eli Manning or Tom Brady?
I was saying that, before the when you had me on full screen, that a lot of people actually took the Giants at +10.
Well,
you know that?
A lot of them took
that's why it's not
Manning over Brady in my poll.
I don't know. The Eagles have to show up for that game. If the Eagles lose that game, I'm going to be laughing my ass off the whole time. That's a huge pass.
Wow.
That's great.
Huge. Timeout. All right. Love to get a touchdown here, of course. Wow, do you see him thread the needle there between those two defenders? That was insane.
I have a receptions prop on that guy too, Miller. I was mad too because I called that one back on that penalty. Yeah.
What's the problem here?
Yeah, this is going to be one of Montgomery's best games.
All right, boys. Let's bring this one home with a touchdown here. That would be sweet.
That'd be a good way to send it off, right?
Yeah.
Looking good on both the... Ooh, that was early.
Oh, should have been a...
PI.
All right. Yeah, no, you don't want to call everything to be a... There was no
PI.
Foul there, yeah.
No, it was actually really good defense.
Yeah.
It was a good throw by Trubisky there.
Yeah. Because it only can be caught by that dude. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Defender
You
had
gotta
no
take
chance.
every chance you can get to say you made a good pass, take it, because it doesn't
Yeah,
happen
he's
often.
got a whole bunch of shots here at the end zone. Oh, another one. Identical. That guy just...
Yeah, except this time he's out
now
of the
that
game.
guy goes over on his
It'll be the last
ankle.
time, 'cause he's hurt.
Oh yeah. Just rolled right on his ankle. Smashed right on top of it. Oh.
Yeah, this hurts.
That guy's career is over.
I don't know about that, but yeah. Ooh. Dude, he could have actually broke his ankle from that. That's enough force for sure to break your ankle. Because he came directly down on it. He definitely looked like he was in a shitload of pain.
So, let's call it. I don't want to wait to the commercial, we come back, and so I'm gonna risk that I understand that something could happen. They could score, they could not score. Something will happen. I understand.
That's Trubisky pick 6.
Yeah, something. Well, that's true.
Good.
That could also happen. Then the over would
the
still be
over.
looking good.
Good for the over. All right.
So, boys, thank you
Yeah,
so
I'll be
much.
talking to you guys. Have a great night.
All right.
Yep.
Peace out, guys.
Peace.
All right. Later, Dan.